Good morning and welcome to another edition of Coffee with Tom and Joanne. I'm Tom Matthews.
And I'm Joanne Toronto. This morning, we wanted to talk about effective marketing strategies for your home. And this is a little bit of a hot button topic because, any agent you meet with will have different tools and different approaches, and there's no one way to do this. But we do have a pretty tailored approach that we like to use with our properties. And today we would just wanted to talk a little bit about that. So as a baseline, you should know that we have a marketing team that
Yes.
works behind us, about 10 people, and they all have different strengths and different, specific tasks that they handle. So what we like to do is lean on those people to do what they do best. And what they do best is marketing, right? So when we meet with a seller, what's one of the things that we provide them with?
So we work for Gibson Sotheby's International Realty. And as Joanne mentioned, we have this marketing team. And what we do is when we meet with a seller, we will tour their home. And after touring their home, we will ask our marketing team to prepare a customized marketing report based on our experience of selling close to 700 homes on what we feel this particular home will need. And so the team will go ahead and look at it and they'll put together this plan. And then we'll come back and bring that to our sellers on our second visit. And it's really important. What I find interesting is that so many realtors will just show up with a canned marketing plan, and they'll give the same marketing plan to every property. And our feeling is that your house is unique, and we should treat it that way.
Mhm.
We should give it some special options depending upon what's important to it. Potentially you may be a home on some acreage,
Mhm.
and static photography with acreage land is just not the best way to showcase the property. Maybe you need a flyover video. Maybe you need drone photography showing some stills.
Mhm.
It's really important to
Yep.
cater to that property. I remember Joanne and I listed a lakefront property, and we had the drone go out to the middle of the lake and fly back to the house
Yep.
and then turn around and go out again. And it captured so many people who wanted to have that kind of lifestyle.
Yeah, we had another one where we had a drone follow somebody water skiing.
Yes.
In front of a waterfront property that we listed. It was really cool.
Yeah, go ahead.
So thinking about, your property and what's unique about it. So is it walking distance to the train, right? So how can
Right.
we show walking distance to the train? Maybe there's a drone photo that is super high up and we can add pinpoints that show here's the train, here's school, here's the library, here's the grocery store. Lots of different things and tools that are available. Drone photography does nothing for a condo in an apartment building,
Right.
right? Unless the grounds are really amazing
Right.
or there's something, unique about the property that it's on. So what we like to do is be very, very intentional with the way that we market properties. And some of the tools that we use are obviously HD photography. We have a great company that we work with that does all of our photography, and the photos are then edited professionally so that you don't have any, blowout in the windows, that you don't have any miscellaneous cords laying around and so forth. And so beyond photography, it's, what do you do with those photos, right?
Right.
And so our approach is very digital. And for, digital marketing, there are a lot of different options. And Tom and I have spent a lot of time building our own community online
Right.
with viewers like you. And so we like to showcase our properties online, not only to our own community, but then how do you reach the rest of the community? How do you find out who's looking at this property? And we have an entire toolbox of tools that we can use to follow where our clicks are coming from and then market to those people specifically.
Yes. And it's also one of the tools I really like is a tool called Matterport, which is a 3D tour to create. And that's great for people that may be relocating. Maybe they can't come out and physically walk your home. But if you have a 3D tour, my kids love to take my phone and walk around homes. They think it's the coolest thing in the world, but it's super effective tool. And that could be great for that condo that's in the city that doesn't have the opportunity to have a lot of outdoor space. You want to really sell the inside space. So you have the 3D tour option. You have floor plans. There are so many marketing options, but the key is to implement them. Because what Joanne and I say is we want to make every property the best in its class.
Yes.
Because I was saying this at a presentation recently, that the equity, the difference between what you owe the bank and what you sell your house for, that equity for most people is in the top 5 in their financial portfolio. So whether your place is worth $100,000 or $100 million, that equity to you is really, really important.
Mhm.
And our job as the marketers is to make sure the most eyeballs see that so that you get the most money the market will bear. Our secondary job then becomes the negotiating piece and the transactional piece. But that's the reason when you're thinking about selling a home and hiring a realtor is making sure that they are putting your needs first. The entire process of selling a home is about the seller, not
Yep.
about the agent. And the effective marketing strategy is a pivotal part about getting eyeballs on that property.
Yeah, so if you want to learn more about our marketing strategies and what we find to be most effective in your market area, please reach out to us at any point. We'd be happy to discuss with you in more detail. But I wanted to thank you for joining us for another edition of Coffee with Tom and Joanne. I'm Joanne Toronto.
And I'm Tom Matthews. And if you like this video, hit the link button, the subscribe button, and join us for more videos. Cheers.
Cheers.